Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel. Like I said, it's been months. I kind of dropped off the face of the earth, although so many of you have still been subscribing. You've been leaving comments in my videos, which is kind of the reason why I'm back. So today, let's do a little life update slash Wegovy update, because so many of you have found, see, she's still a hot mess no matter how much time passes. So many of you have found me through my Wegovy videos, and I super appreciate, especially like the conversations we've had. But for those of you who've been with me from the beginning, I'm back. So even though it seems like I kind of fell off the face of the earth, which in terms of social media, let's face it, I did, I've still been doing the things I've always done, the buying, testing, trying of new products. That's why the hair is kind of really hairing today. I'm trying out something new. So there will be future videos like fails, new makeup, blah, 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 all that sort of stuff. But today's video, I just wanted to give you a little update on kind of why I've been gone and how or what's been going on with my Wegovy. So I don't know if it's like the menopause. I don't know if it's the menopause combined with the Wegovy. I don't know if it's maybe just a little bit of depression. Whatever it was, I just didn't have it in me anymore to make videos. I felt like I was forcing it. I wasn't having fun. I didn't even feel like I was giving you content that you necessarily wanted. I really don't know. I just felt empty and drained and like I had nothing to give. And honestly, the basic things that I do in my life, you know, like get up, get on with my day, go to the gym, grocery shop, feed my family, like literally the bare minimum things. That's what I was doing, the bare minimum. I know I had definitely withdrawn from my friends a little bit, and I was like a serious homebody. I wasn't going anywhere really, except like I said, the gym or the grocery store. I wasn't doing much unless every now and then we had something we had to do. And don't get me wrong, when I would finally get myself pulled together, get out of the house, I would have a good time. But then the next day I was completely drained. And it wasn't until probably about 3 weeks ago that I just started feeling like these stirrings in myself of like, all right, you've got to start and get it together. And even though I've been wanting to get it together, I couldn't. But this time there was something a little different. And I started doing things around the house that I hadn't done in a long while. And sometimes when I start a project, I kind of get very tunnel visioned on it. And that's how I've been for a little bit for these past few weeks now. I've gotten a bunch of projects done around the house, things that my husband didn't expect, didn't even see coming. And that's kind of like lit a spark in me. I've actually kind of been changing around my beauty room a lot. As you can see, this is still a work in progress. This isn't like the final iteration. I hope. I plan on making it a little nicer. I have lots of other content that I have planned for you. I just feel like I'm finally like getting a little bit of mojo back. Now, I don't want to say like I am completely better. It is still a drag in the morning. I don't know what's wrong. And honestly, should I speak to someone about it? I guess. I just haven't. So if any of you are in the same boat that I am, like raise your hand. I want you to know you're not alone. I guess I want to know that I'm not alone. But I think I have like gotten myself to the other side, at least I hope. And like I said, I had continued with going to the gym because I have continued staying on the Wegovy. So my last Wegovy video was probably a year ago. I think it was like April of 2024. I think it was. It's now the middle of June 2025. I have maintained my 65-pound weight loss, which thrilled about that. And I work really hard with my trainer. I work really hard with my nutrition because I really, honest to God, I am scared to death that at some point insurance is going to kick me off. I honestly feel like if I could be on this for the rest of my life, I would be thrilled. Now, have I gotten to a point where 65 pounds doesn't seem like enough? Kinda. I honestly would like to lose another 10 to 15, but that is like strictly because of, you know, how hard I work out, and I just would like to see some more results. I would like to see more definition. I'd like to really see those muscles. But if this is the way I am for the rest of my life, praise. However, it's just how the brain works. When you are working on yourself, you want to see like more changes. Well, who knows what's going to happen. I keep fussing with this hair because this new hair product I'm trying, I like, but it hasn't like settled down or I haven't gotten used to it. Whatever. We'll talk about that in another video, I promise. But in the meantime, I really think that for me, like Wegovy has been the most significant and most important thing in my life, obviously besides my family and my health and all that. Well, it's actually had a great impact on my health. But the thing is, it kind of gave me like a mental switch. Because I did have the food noise that was so terrible and I haven't had it since, it's made an enormous difference in like what I cook for my family, when we go out to eat, what I eat, the things I choose when I shop. And don't get me wrong, just the other day I baked some cookies, but I don't bake cookies like every week, every other week. I don't even bake them once a month. But when I want some fresh homemade cookies, trust and believe I will make them. I will eat a few, but I'm not going to eat them like I used to. My cravings are just different now. And I would love to think that like my brain chemistry has been permanently altered and this is how I will be for the rest of my life. But I'm not that naive to believe that, because the Wegovy really is a significant contributor to that. So far, the research is still bearing out that only 20% of the people who go off of Wegovy are able to maintain their results. Most of the people, they just start putting weight back on again. And I do not want to even tempt that. But just like all of us in this country, I am bound to whatever my insurance company decides. I do think that I am good for the rest of the year. I do think my insurance will cover it for the rest of the year. We'll see what happens next year. But as long as I'm on it, and if for some reason I am taken off of it, I will still continue to do the same things, hopefully. Hopefully you've seen my my two videos on Wegovy. The first one was about my journey. The second one was about the 10 tips. And honestly, I still use those 10 tips every day because they work for me. I do have another Wegovy video in the works right now, and it's going to be about how and what I eat, because a lot of people have asked me exactly what I'm eating. So be on the lookout for that. But as far as me and my mental health and coming back to YouTube, I'm feeling better. I don't want to say 100% better, but I'm feeling better. I'm starting to feel more like my old self. I'm actually looking forward to being back on YouTube. For a long time, I was kind of like, yeah, I'm done. I don't need to go back. But so many of you have been leaving comments, asking when I'm coming back, asking me all sorts of questions about me and my life. And some of you have just reached out to say that you miss me, which I can't even tell you how much that touches me. So going forward, my plan is for my videos to be available to you guys on Tuesdays and Fridays. That's right, 2 videos a week is the plan right now. And I think I'm going to be bringing a more diverse amount of content. So I'll still have, skincare, makeup, hair care, the occasional Wegovy video. But I have some other things that I want to, kind of bring up for you guys. I actually have an Amazon video, which those were never really my things. But I'm not going to go into that too much, but I forgot that I actually need to have water while I'm doing these videos. Can you hear it? Sorry. So I am hoping to bring you more diverse content. And if you guys have any suggestions of what you want to see from me, things you're curious about, or even products that you're interested in, leave them in the comments below in all the videos. Whenever I do get a comment, I get notified of it. I usually try and respond as quickly as possible. And no matter what you have to say, I love hearing from you. All right, you guys, that is all for my reintroduction back into YouTube. If you have any questions about anything else that's been going on with me, leave them in the comments below. I promise I'll get back to you. All right, hopefully this is short and sweet. So until the next video, thanks for stopping by. I'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.